Happy Monday. It is about 10:30 and it was a late night last night. We went to Lady Gaga and didn't really get to sleep in much this morning because the dog was up at like 5:15, 5:30. So just kind of relaxing, having a chill day, thanking the stars, the Lord, the gods, the whoever, capital H-I-M, him, that today is a holiday and didn't have to work. Although if it wasn't a holiday, I probably would have done a vacation day. So yeah, I'm gonna edit last week's vlog and see where the rest of the week takes me.
Okay, happy, maybe, Tuesday? It has been a weird one for me. I'm gonna talk about it while just making sure it's still recording. I've been having issues. I'm gonna talk about my Tuesday while I clean up, so I might go in and out of shot, but hopefully with the mic. Is it on? Yes, I think it's on. Yes, okay. So hopefully with the mic, you'll be able to still hear me. If not, maybe I'll do a voiceover. So it started out this morning. I went for my run and I was like, I'm gonna film a little like morning, hello, how's it going? Like this is the plan for the day. But I somehow managed to have it on the selfie camera. So it was just a video of my garage door with me talking in the background. So I was like, well, that's kind of lame. So I deleted that one. And then I tried to do a little filming on my afternoon work break, but my camera kept closing. So I was like, all right, this is not working. What do we do now? And I decided just to say, forget it, whatever, I'll try after work. So then I was going to film this while I was setting up, and let me get back in frame here. So I was gonna film this while I was setting up for my weight workout, and I was like, all right, since I'm using my phone for my weight app, I will set up my camera, my overhead camera. Well, the screen that I use to like make sure everything's in frame, looks good, whatever, kept blinking off. And it's done that since I got it. It wasn't a big deal, but it would not stay on. And if it's not on, it's not recording. So I scrapped that. I was like, let me try my regular digital camera that I use for photography. Got that out. I was trying to get it set up, but I couldn't find where to plug the mic in. And I was like, I think I can use this wirelessly with some things. I just didn't have time to like monkey around with the camera. And the screen on the back only like comes out and up. It doesn't open to the side, so I can't see what the shot would look like once I had the camera set up. So I scrapped that. I just was like, forget it. I'm just gonna do my workout, then I will film afterwards. So that has been my day. So I went for my run this morning. I worked. I cleaned my kitchen on my first 15-minute break. I did my Year of the Horse New Year's box from Lunam Love. It was kind of she called it a New Year's box, but it didn't come until after January New Year. And it had a Year of the Horse oil in there. So I'm counting that as New Year for Year of the Horse. So I did that. I finished Mexican Gothic. Oh my God. So the video I tried to film at lunch, I went on and on and on about how great this book was and how I thought the ending was perfect, even though I was worried that the author was going to mess up the ending, because I have read so many good books where you're like, oh my God, this is so great, and you're like getting to it, and then the end sucks. But this ending did not suck. I liked the ending. It wrapped everything up well, and highly recommend. I think it's going to be a 5-star read for me, but I like to take a couple of days to digest it before I figure out what I want to rate it. So I finished Mexican Gothic. No matter what stars I rate it, I do highly recommend it if you like horror and you have not read it yet. Let's see. And then I feel like I'm missing something that I did today. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to go get changed and work on probably notes to novel for a little bit.
Good morning. It is Friday, and I am still on Thursday on my little Thoughts of Dogs calendar. So let's get that torn off. And it says, Day 4, attempting to get nails clipped. I am now fully suspended. The human purchased a harness of sorts that attaches to a door frame and raises me up, like I am being elevated by a helicopter. Any opposition is futile. The nails have no chance. And it's got a little drawing of him in his little harness. That is my fun little daily calendar, and I'm checking in with my Hemlock and Oak weekly planner. And I've got my dot marker, I got my Inkjoy pen, I got my coffee. And I have a few minutes before I need to clock in for work. Let's see. I did check on what can be donated to St. Vincent de Paul. I haven't packed it up or scheduled that yet. I did work on February One Little Word. The humidifier filter, I can't change that yet. It still has water in it. And I'm working on Notes to Novel Module 3. I've got one more lesson to watch, so I'll probably watch that today. And then looking at Wednesday, because I was in the office yesterday, so I didn't check in with my planner. I did post to Instagram. And then today I have started laundry, but I'm not going to cross that off yet. So all checked in on that. So now I'm going to go to the front. I have given up on my bullet journal completely. And now I'm just using the Hemlock and Oak. So in the front, I am using the quarterly pages with, it's got the days on there. I am using that to track my mileage and my shoes. And I can't fill this in because my mileage is on the phone. So what I normally do is I sit down, write in my mileage, and then I use the dot marker to mark the shoe. So I will have to do that later. But while we're sitting here, I can show you. I moved my weight tracker into the back. I also have my before and after pictures here. And then my annual shoe tracker. And I still have a bunch of empty pages back here if I need it for anything. So yeah, I'm trying out using just the Hemlock and Oak. And if this works out, I will continue that in 2027. I know that is a far way away, but I really like this planner. I like the paper. The only thing I've noticed with this paper, one, is it's not white. But it's not like the yellow either. It's just slightly off-white. I don't know. You can kind of see that. But the other thing is I've noticed you want to be sure of where you're putting your stickers down, because even the vinyl ones that are usually repositionable, if you put it down and it's not exactly where you want it, you have to move it like right away, or you can't move it without ripping the pages. So that's just something I've noticed. It's not a deal breaker for me. Usually I don't move my stickers around too much after I put them down. So, but I'm thinking I last talked to you on Wednesday. Wednesday night I did a Notes to Novel module and worked on that. And yeah, it's been a pretty boring week. Not much going on here. But now I am going to end this clip, log into work. Okay, checking in on my lunch break. Sorry, that was flashing and annoying me. I almost done with laundry. The drying rack has my work clothes, my workout clothes on it. Those will have to wait to be folded till tomorrow or Sunday. And then the last load is in the wash. So when that's done, I can fold it maybe on my afternoon break. But I'm sitting here thinking about, I have all my notes to novel printouts in this folder. I've got my worksheet here. I have one more lesson. Well, I'm finishing up lesson 4. Like, I watched the video yesterday and I'm working on writing. This is my synopsis. So I'm working on that. And I need to rework my log line that I did the other day because I don't like it at all. And then I have one more module video to watch. And next week is an basically, it's a week to keep working on stuff, but there's no new lessons. So it's not like I'm behind. I don't feel behind. So this is my very first rough draft of my synopsis. So you guys are getting like a sneak peek. Emily Atwood feels stuck and like her dreams are out of reach when an old friend offers her a chance to submit a story about a woman's disappearance 10 years ago. She jumps at the chance to head to Shadowwood Falls and take photos despite her reservation around the disappearance. I'm not 100% on that. It doesn't feel right, so I got to keep working that. What I do want to talk about here is organizing notes, thoughts, everything around writing a book. I am doing my writing right now in Google Docs. I have a spreadsheet for like a timeline type thing, and I had been using a Happy Planner notebook because I was taking things in and out, and then I wanted something different, so I started this small notebook from Erin Condren. It is, I guess it is A5 size. It just doesn't, it looks smaller to me than an Archer and Olive A5. But I have like my writing plan in here, a spot for the style sheet when I get to that point. And then I have character pages. So I've got the protagonist, the antagonist. I've got then a page each for some side characters, a couple more side characters, and then like just a list here of other characters. And then I have stuff on the setting. And now what I want to do is take some stuff I wrote yesterday. These are the 6 key scenes for the external genre and the internal genre. So right now I'm working on the external genre being horror and the internal being status. So I'm trying to figure out where these 6 kind of go together. And I feel like the first half of the book I've got a lot of thoughts for because I've already written it, but I'm also changing it from what I've written, but I have a lot of great ideas from what I wrote. And then I'm getting stuck in the, what is it? The midpoint, climax, and resolution. So those need a little bit more thought. And since I just was doing this at work yesterday on my lunch hour, it's just on a random notebook paper. So I want to put that in here and then keep working on my stories synopsis. I am just a hot mess, y'all. Hot mess. And I keep looking at my watch because it keeps buzzing, but it's just emails. It doesn't matter. So that is where I'm at today. I also really don't want to work on this right now. I want to go sit on the couch and play a video game because my brain needs a break from thinking. So I think I'm going to go do some mindless thinking, but I don't know. If you have ever written a book, attempted to write a book, want to write a book, how do you organize everything? I did buy Scrivener and I started kind of organizing in there, but I need the tactile feel of paper first, I think, and then I can put my messy notes into there. But I have to remember, this is the messy notes. This isn't going to be my like final draft, because I'm trying to make these notes pretty and perfect. That's not what they're for. They just need to be organized. Like, okay, yep, here's all my characters in one section. Here's my setting, and then here's my plot points. And then after the plot points, here's my notes that I'm thinking of as I'm writing the book. Does that make sense? If you're an author, is that how you do it? Like, I don't know why my brain is just struggling right now to wrap around anything, but that is a sign to me that I need a break. So I'm going to go actually do nothing on my lunch hour that requires too much thought. So I might play a video game, like I said, or I might read my book. So yeah, I will check back in later. Happy Saturday. I have finished my long run and just gotten back from Target. So I finished my long run at Target, bought some stuff, walked home, and now I'm looking at my Saturday to-do list. So it doesn't look very long, but I really need to do some notes to novel work. I have the last lesson 3, module 3, lesson 5 to watch. And then I need to work on my synopsis, which you heard yesterday. It definitely needs a lot of work. And then I've got a couple of other things on here. I want to film. I had talked about this before, about doing a notebook series where I pit notebooks against Archer and Olive. So I did some work on that yesterday after work, outlining it, figuring out like how I want to shoot it, stuff like that. And then I want to edit my travel album flip through, which will go live on Monday. So if you're watching this, that's already live. Or actually, maybe I don't know. But if it's already live, I will link to it, across the top like usual. And then just taking a look at weekly to-do stuff. So obviously, Notes to Novel Module 3, I'm going to work on today. Humidifier filter, I need to check that. I think there's still water in there, so I'm waiting for that to get down before I can change that. And then pack up and schedule the donations. Maybe I'll work on that today or tomorrow, but my main focus right now is going to be Notes to Novel, because I'm trying to write a book and I can use all the help I can get. All right, it is Saturday. It's about 12:30 and I just finished Notes to Novel Module 3. So I got my key scenes put into my outline. And then this coming week is what she calls the implementation week. So we don't get any new videos. I talked about this a little bit earlier. And what I think I'm going to do is go back through and kind of refine, rework some of the things, add some more to like my characters, the log line and the synopsis, kind of rework those, maybe add or change the key scenes a little bit. But yeah, I'm feeling really confident where I'm at right now. And I think I understand the scenes, the like external, like this is the external stuff that's happening in the plot. This is the internal stuff. So that is where I'm at with Notes to Novel. And now I am going to probably do some video editing. I want to edit, this vlog up to this point and the travel album that I put together. I did a walkthrough video. And then I have some stuff I have to do. I forgot I need to chop the dog's broccoli and unload the dishwasher and wash up some dishes in the kitchen. So I've got a few other things to do this afternoon. But yesterday, I was feeling really overwhelmed with Notes to Novel. Now I'm feeling a little bit more like, all right, I think I got this. And then, yeah, I'll take next week to kind of play around with it some more and get some more confidence in what I've written. So that is my week. It was a roller coaster of stuff, from a relaxing day after Lady Gaga to tech issues on Tuesday to spiraling over my book on Friday. But today I finished module 3 and I'm feeling so much more confident in my skills. The only issue I still have is, as a writer, how do you organize all of your notes and your ideas and everything that makes it easy to look back on or have it organized? Like, do you do a paper notebook and then also have a digital? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear the best ways to get myself organized, because some days the executive dysfunction is real. And lastly, I'm changing the vlog schedule a little bit. You may have noticed that this vlog came out Sunday at 9 a.m. Arizona time, when they usually come out the following Fridays. Well, that's because I changed the schedule a little bit so that on Sunday mornings you can grab your cup of coffee and hang out with me. So instead of doing a Monday through Sunday week, I'm going to be doing a Sunday, Monday through Saturday. And that is everything I have for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the things. And until next time, do something that brings you joy.